Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves. But it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. We've got Jaren Jackson. Booker out there with Young. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
And the rejection by Embiid.
What a rejection by Embiid in close. He saw him coming and got there to deny it.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Young taking his time here. Jackson a screen on Curry. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Booker.
Yeah, Jackson's ability to both dive to the rim as well as pop out for a jump shot makes him an excellent partner in the pick and roll.
Brunson sends a screen for Anunoby. Pass to Gordon. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
A different look for Denver. Holmes checked in, and it's Bane in for OG Anunoby. And then for Toronto, Bobo's checked in, and it's Morant in for Trae Young. And, Coach, one thing that David Adelman stressed was getting this Nuggets team in much better shape.
Yeah, it seems like they wore down in the playoffs last season. So improved conditioning and more depth potentially could help them hold up better down the stretch.
Now here's Curry following the shot by Kevin Durant. The shot by Curry, no good.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nuggets ahead, up by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Trae Young. He's out there with Morant. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Mobo in at the power forward position. Bridges shot, good.
And from long range, Bridges is getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
And Stan, you think about the skill level of Trae Young. What makes him, in your opinion, such a tough cover?
Well, I think the best thing about Trae Young, Kevin, is as much of a scorer he is, he's even better as a passer. And so it's hard to commit a second defender to Trae Young all the time because he will find the open people and create great shots for his team.
A different look for Denver. Anunoby, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Curry comes in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Najee. Now here's Booker. Strong finish inside from Booker.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Brunson against Morant. Ja Morant with the rebound. Raptors trail by 6. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Durant in the corner. Kept alive. Pass to Booker. From deep. Durant, no good. And here is Anunoby. Curry is inside. The focus from Curry gets it to fall inside. And so it's Denver holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for
Well, taking a look here now at Toronto. They don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the...
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Nuggets.
Smooth operation.
That is more than enough of...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for Toronto. 8-point game. They've got Curry. Gordon out there with Embiid. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Embiid punches it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping. Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Now here's Embiid. He's got 6. To the paint. Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
It's Durant on the wing. Booker in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. Booker taking the hit.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Brunson with it. Still without a basket. Pass to Embiid. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have... Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Jaren Jackson is out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Durant. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Booker in at the 2 guard. Raptors trail by 9. Puts it up from 12. Brunson there for the rebound. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Denver. They lead by their biggest margin of the game.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Young. Off the glass.
Well, such a creative finisher. Young will find a way, even with the defender all over.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching his team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Siakam up top. Fires the three. Rebounded by Anunoby.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now Embiid. Oh, great touch off the pass.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And that one falls for Young.
Yeah, and you know, Young gets to the line as much as any small guard.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bridges. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
The Nuggets on offense. They've led by as many as 11 points. So we see Denver get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie? Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And for all of us here at the
Oh, say does.
This is opening night for both of these squads. What are these games like to play in, Richard?
It's so much fun. You put in so much work in the offseason to improve, to get better, and now it's your opportunity to show it.
Here are the five for the Lakers. Bam Adebayo is out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Doncic in at the one. Knipple with the buckets.
Yeah, consistency beyond the arc was a big selling point for Knipple. I mean, he's got really impressive accuracy.
And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
Fox, shot clock at 5, and that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Fox.
Those are the turnovers that have
everyone. The NBA season starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man, the offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
And now Washington starting group. They've got Edwards. Nas Reed out there with James. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Harden in at the point. Now here's Edwards. His three-pointers off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Greg Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Here is Edwards, following the score by Damian Lillard. Left side, Leonard. Over Edwards. And he can't bank that one in. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Knipple. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Strong work inside by Knipple, proving he's more than just a jump shooter.
40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
All the way up. The beard. Well, those were 2 loud points.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard misses. Now here's Caruso. Tight defense on him. Here's Edwards. And he makes good on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
Taking a look at the Wizards. They've got Moody. Harden out there with the linen. And it's Sensabaugh in at the shooting guard position. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Now let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Jared Allen. Great showing for him last season. First in shooting percentage. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You can count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. And talking to Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. You can just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old...
Whoa! He flew in there!
Wow! And that's what happens when you get after it on the glass. Allen grinding it out and creating that second chance opportunity for himself.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. And a deep three from Harden. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from McConnell.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Now Lillard. To the middle, looking for Allen. He gets it there. And it's Allen with the jam.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warrior, terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Welcome, everybody. The walk could come down to the last shot. Let me ask, when you guys were playing, which teammate of yours was the best clutch scorer? And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all.
And that'll do it for halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Davis is out there with Jokic. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Kenneth Owen at the two-guard position. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It goes on Kneppel. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
After 4 seasons in Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga moves on, and he was the guy that we drafted number 7 overall. But after a lengthy free agency saga in which the Warriors and Kuminga exchanged several proposals, and they had several sign and trade discussions, Kuminga lands elsewhere. So his run in Golden State is over. They're losing a good young player. Let's see how they can replenish the cupboard there in Golden State.
Certainly something to watch. And Shams, we appreciate the report. And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. LeBron wants his respect. He said the work that goes into still playing at this level has to be respected. They say, would you rather be loved or respected? For me, it's always about respect. People can lie and say they love you, but you can always gauge when someone is not respecting you. Back to you guys.
He truly has earned it. Allie, we thank you very much. 43 seconds left to play in the third. LeBron outside. LeBron playing like a big man inside.
And the total package, James, is so much fun to watch.
Floats it up for Davis. Reed against Jokic. Clock at 6. Jokic with the screen on LeBron. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Out to the wing. A wide open look here for Caruso. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
3 quarters of play in a close game here. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Alex Caruso out there with LeBron James. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Reed. And it's Harden in at the point. Now Davis. And stolen by James. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. And Davis sends it back.
That is tremendous work by Davis right there. Guys better think twice about challenging him at the rim.
James. Davis pulls it down. Warriors leading by 3. Now Jokic. Oh, Jokic powering inside.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Washington. Reed with a screen for LeBron. That one goes.
When you need a big score, you want LeBron to get the ball. And that's why.
Free throw good, James.
In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
Jokic. Oh, and he cannot get the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times. When he's on his after that one, guys, a difference maker.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Knocks it loose. "35 seconds left to play here in the fourth. That doesn't go. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Lillard. From 17 feet away, count the basket.
His team is in a tight spot, but Lillard keeps his cool, totally focused on getting them what they need.
James outside. Can't get it to go. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win.
AD, plenty of offense tonight. How satisfied are you with this team's effort?
Man, it feels good. You know, I'm happy we got the win. They was on it the whole game. You know, they made shot after shot, and they were shooting lights out, and they gave us a run for our money, and we're just a resilient team. We showed our...
As always, Allie,
Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on the start of a fresh season. But we know the focus for both of these teams is to come out strong today.
Yeah, for the first handful of games, you just want to play hard and build some chemistry. Get more comfortable with your teammates while also learning their tendencies and preferences.
Here's the starting group for Portland. Josh Giddey out there with Halliburton. Then it's Jalen Williams. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. No good on the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I'd take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
Now here's Randall. There's the triple. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Williamson with it. Guarded by Adebayo. Williamson passes to Towns. Up and in on the layup.
Karl Anthony Towns finishing through contact there.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Adebayo, a screen on Halliburton. Down low. And then Adebayo slams it in.
His eyes open wide. Adebayo knew he had a chance to do something special.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Now here's Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. No good that time. And there's the horn and the end of 1. Not a lot of scoring yet in this one. And we'll be... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. Guys, what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when the team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Here are the five. Portland has to start the second. They've got Nikola Vucevic. DeJounte Murray is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Franz Wagner, and it's Towns in at the 4. LaVine passes to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
When Vucevic is rolling to the basket like that, there aren't many guys that are willing to get in his way to stop him.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, a major story for the Trailblazers. I'm told the team sale is taking place. Commissioner Adam Silver says the league prefers they stay put in Portland, but a new arena will likely be needed. The Moda Center, one of the league's oldest arenas that have not yet undergone major renovations, and the Blazers have played there since 1995.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, "It takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too." The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Back to you, Brian.
Making the commitment. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Towns, that's good.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Fox. Wow, the athleticism of Fox.
How about the vertical from Fox? Throwing it down with authority. Go get it, young fella.
Top of the key. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Their focus on defense has been inconsistent. Tough to win with lapses at that end. Yeah, they got it clamped.
All right, fellas, let's now take a look. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
We've got Julius Randle. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Brown in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
Yeah, even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
Here's Randle. What a terrific move that is. Randle's got his first basket of the night.
Randle's got an unorthodox game, but he's got a good, strong upper body, which makes him a very consistent scorer inside.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And with this break, a chance to see the best passers in the league from last season. In the third spot, Tyrese Halliburton.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Williamson up top. Pass to Giddey. Towns for three. Down goes the three-pointer for Karl Anthony Towns.
Hey, a confident shooter like Towns doesn't need any time to get a shot up.
Here's Williams. The shot no good. Brown with some nice D. The Lakers have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Randle. It's stolen by Halliburton. Floats one up and out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
The Lakers trail. Fox up top. Defended by Halliburton. To the right side. Outside Adebayo. Back to Fox. Fires from deep. The shot won't fall. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 1. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. They've got Halliburton, Zion Williamson out there with Jalen Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Towns in at the 5 down low.
You know, we've seen Halliburton be elite for stretches in his career. Not at that level every night, but he's working on being more consistent, and I don't think it's far off for him.
Towns rips down the board.
Soft defense in that mid-range area, but they got away with it this time.
Brown with the block.
And that's all about anticipation. Jaylen Brown, high IQ defensively.
Adebayo with the slam.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
In a close contest, you have to put the ball in the hands of someone who will find a way to put up points.
Fox surveying the D. Can't hit it. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Portland. 46 seconds left in the fourth. Towns is screen on Fox. For 3, the triple drop.
One of the all-time shooting bigs. Towns is a marksman from deep.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
That they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Now Portland with it. They lead by 4. Halliburton draws the double. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. About 3 seconds between. Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out!
Big finish.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T connected cam. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
Oh, it's off target. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
The free ball is down.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Come on now, look, sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
Here's Halliburton. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who go to the line.
So the Trailblazers win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.